What's up, YouTube? Justin from Team Misplay here. Got new team member Darian Crevier. Went to the last San Antonio Regional, got his invite, finished what?
28th.
28th. He's got a shock rabbit deck for you. So here's the deck, and we'll go through some of the combos when we get to it. Alright, but starting off.
Alright, so got the 2 rabbit. Obviously, any rabbit deck's got to run them. You got your normals. I'm running 3 Noble Knight Artorigus. It's a light target for the BLS that you run in the deck, and it's a warrior target for XCs like Blade Armor and Excalibur. Run 3 Sabersaurus. All Dino Rabbit decks run this. It's a good card for your Volsardolka Volsarlagia, which also come good with the Shockmaster that the deck's based on. You got your tour guides with your Sengen Night Assailant. All Rabbit decks have to run the tour guide engine. You get your Leviair play off. And I mean, it's a necessity. So for the Shockmaster part, we run 2 Goblinberg. You can summon this card, switch it to defense, special your rabbit from hand, activate your rabbit effect, go on to 3 level 4s, get your Shockmaster on the field. And we run 2 Kage. You summon rabbit, special this from your hand. It's also a dark target for your BLS, so this plus rabbit equals second turn BLS on the field with your Shockmaster. Now to the hand traps, we're running 2 Maxi and 2 Valor. The Maxi was kind of a last minute addition. I've been doing a lot of play testing, and adding it in seemed to help a lot, and being at the regional, it worked out really well, and I'm glad I put it in there. And then the Valors are they're good. So, running the obvious doors, everybody pretty much runs this card except for decks that have spells and traps that they have on the field at all times. Running 1 Shrag helps with Maxis, helps to stop the OTK, and it helps to create a level 4 if need be for an XC summon. Got the BLS, good card, like I said. Noble Knight, Kage, works perfectly. Onto the spells, running 2 Forbidden Lance. I was running this at 3 because I ran Wybas at first. I kept 2 in because it is obviously a very good card to run. It protects your monsters like Shockmaster, Lagia, all them from being Dark Hold or whatever, and it helps beat monsters down that try to attack you when they're bigger than you. Running 2 Space Typhoon. People tell me to run 3, I don't like it. That's about it for that. Running, of course, Dark Hold Heavy Reborn. Staples, gotta have them. And then a staple for Rabbit decks, Avarice. Helps you get off your plays, helps you get out of bad situations, whatever. Onto the traps, running Solemn Brigade, gotta have it. 2 Bottomless. It's good, it helps with most matchups right now. Gets rid of all their monsters that they need to use. Running D Prisons to help when they're trying to beat you over. Shockmaster is fairly weak and easily beat over by decks like Chaos Dragons. So this just gets rid of their monster and solves the problem. Compulses, extra deck's a huge thing right now. Getting big monsters back to hand while they're trying to attack is also very good. And then 1 Mirror Force just to help clear your opponent's board when they overextend, and Starlight for Heavy Storm and Dark Hole when you need it.
Why no Torrential?
Don't like it.
Don't like
honestly. It didn't serve well in playtesting. All it would do is get rid of my Shockmaster when they summon bigger monsters.
Okay. And what would you change in the main deck after the regionals? If anything at all?
People have suggested Rhoda just to get the Goblinberg in my hand quicker. I might try it. Also, after the regional, I decided having another light target might be good, so I'm thinking about Photon Thrasher, and then Rhoda would work with that as well.
Okay. Alright, on to the extra deck.
So, running the Stardust for Starlight Road. Zen mains because it's a good card, pretty self-explanatory. Leviair for your tour guide rabbit plays. Leviathan for your tour guide just to get over bigger monsters. I was running a Cowboy at the regional, Gaga Cowboy. It got me 1 game. I don't have it on me because I was borrowing it. running one Maestro. It's a good rank 4. Gets over monsters with low defense and big attack, and it helps protect your field and defense if you need it to. Running one Excalibur. I do have the Noble Knights that go into this with just a rabbit. Also Goblinberg plus that normal Noble Knight in hand makes this card. Blade Armor, same thing. This is more used for getting over stuff like Zenmains. Capital Operative, hitting Reaper, Marshmallow, face down monsters, getting them to attack, seeing what they are. If it's a Snowman or a Raikou, getting it off and having to pop something I don't want to pop, maybe. Running 2 Shockmaster. It is the point of the deck. And having one as backup when you have another one already is pretty good. If you can get both on the field at the same time, I mean, you've pretty much shut your opponent down. Running Dolka Lagia, because I do run the Sabers. One Utopia. I've been iffy about this card, but I needed another generic rank 4 besides Maestro and Papal Operative. And then the Sigma, same ways to create it as Shockmaster. You need the 3 level 4s. It's a good card for taking your opponent's bigger monsters that you can't beat over with anything. And it gets that auto boom effect if you're going against a deck that has all the same attribute monster. So,
Is there anything you would change in the extra deck?
Dweller. I'm putting this in right now because I don't have the Cowboy. Probably going to keep this in. Stops Mermills and Dark Worlds pretty well. It's a little bit low attack, but as long as you protect it, you'll be fine.
Okay.
So,
alright, on to the side deck.
So onto the side, running that second Trag. If you go against those OTK decks, you're going to want this in there to stop them. 2 Fossil Dino. If you can go first against those decks that just like to swarm the field, then you have this down, flip it up and they'll go away. Or you can just summon it and not let your opponent do anything, protect the Fossil Dino, and at a situation I was playing Chaos Dragons. I played Fossil Dino first turn, protected it the whole game, he couldn't get over. Running 2 Kaiku, helps with the Dragon matchup. I played a Lightsworn deck, helped in that matchup, got rid of their monsters. So, no mana crossout. Sided these in. I put these in mainly for the Gear Game matchup. I didn't have to play it, but it helped me out in the Lightsworn and in the Chaos Dragon matchups, getting rid of Raikous. 2 level limit. Stops a lot of bigger decks, dragons, Sams, anything that has actual level monsters instead of spamming Xyz. Soul Takers. It's a good card in general. I sided it in almost every round that I played because it worked well against what I was playing. 2 macro. Stops decks that need the graveyard, Dark Worlds, Mermills, dragons, Lightsworns, all that kind of stuff. And 2 decrees for trap heavy decks. If I happen to play that Final Countdown or Chainburn matchup, there was a Chainburn player running around. I don't know about anything else. So that's the side.
Anything you change in the side deck?
Not really. The only thing I didn't really use was no mana cross out all day long. So maybe switch that for something else. I don't know what yet.
Okay. Just give a quick rundown of what all you played.
First round I played Ninja Player. He didn't really have a hang of the game yet. It was a pretty easy match. Second round I played a Lightsworn Chaos Dragon deck. He got game 1 because I dead drew. I got game 2 because I was able to easily outplay him. Game 3 I lost because he top decked JD 3 turns in a row. And I couldn't get around him. Round 3 and 4 were Chaos Dragons. Both of them took it to game 3, but really the side deck just got rid of them. Round 5 I played in Zekers. Game 2 he got the OTK off on me. Games 1 and 3 I was able to just keep him from doing anything. Round 6 I played Windups. Due to my choices in the main of Maxi and Trag, he wasn't able to OTK me any game. even though he got Magician Shark on me, I think 3 times in the match. I think I got game 1 and he got game 2 because we were able to outplay each other. Game 3, I had the game. 3 turns in a row, he top decked. He had a factory and a face down card. Ended up being a Space Typhoon. I had BLS, he had 500 life points. He top decks Dark Hole, top decks Decree when I can't draw a monster, and then top decks Rat for game. Round 7, I go against Dino Rabbit, have no trouble, 2-0 the guy. Round 8, I played against the Mermail Atlantean deck. Lost game 1 because he drew well enough to get the game. I got game 2 for the reason he beat me game 1. And game 3 was a grind game. No real damage was done to either player. I lost in time because I put myself down to 2,000 because I had the solid box.
Okay. Alright, well, that's the deck. It's Shock Rabbit. Got any questions, comments, concerns? Leave it in the comment section below. Be sure to thumbs up the video if you liked it. And remember, it's not a pro play. Let's misplay.